Is there an antidote to chronic pain? Hey folks, this is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com back again with another episode of Chronic Wellness. Thanks for joining me. So, if you are one of the millions who are suffering on the daily with chronic pain, I know you will join me in wishing that there were simple, straightforward, easy solutions to resolve the pain problem. And yes, we've talked about everything from devices that shock our nerves to meditation and mantras and ways to calm our mind. But what if there were other solutions for pain? And this one is a bit of lateral thinking, so bear with me. But the idea comes from a Hungarian-born psychologist whose name was Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, and he coined the term flow. And flow is a state that I think most of us have familiarity with, whether or not we've ever typified it as flow. But it is that state that you have been in when you've lost track of time. And so, whether that has been in the company of a great book, or while lost in good conversation, or when you are engaged in an activity that you really love, whether it's a physical activity or doing something creative, you have had the pleasurable experience of flow. And the reality is, and there is science to back this up, that when we are in the state of flow, the neurons that are firing in our brain are actually some of the same neurons that are the pain receptors. And we can't simultaneously be feeling all the pain and be experiencing that state of flow. And so it begs the question, what can you be doing that helps you get into that groove, that helps you while away the hours, pass the time, get into that heightened state of cognition, awareness, on that path of other things falling away? Because, folks, one of the other things that can fall away in that state is your experience of pain. I mean, it is such a wild thing that while we may have a localized experience of pain, in our hip, in our ankle, in our joints, the place we are receiving that information is in our brains. And so if there is a way to override those pain signals in the place that those pain signals are being received, we're not going to have the same experience of pain. So it may benefit you to hearken back to childhood, think back to pre-pain days, take a trip down memory lane, and really remember, oh, I used to love that activity, or God, my mom used to have to always interrupt me and say, come eat, or it just seemed like time sped up when I was blanking. And find a way to inject more of that into your life. as a way to skip out of the groove of pain. And for me, this isn't foolproof, right? Like, I don't have zero pain because I'm finding ways to get into this flow state. And yet, there are ways in which spending time with others, either in person or virtual, can be a real improvement or distraction from my pain. You've heard me talk a lot about creativity on this podcast, and for me, having creative outlets can be a way to help me jump the track. So, like, maybe my pain would be on an 8, and I can sometimes be at a 6 if I'm on that creativity track. Or even just a distraction, right? Even just helping me not think about my pain for a period of time. And that too is a mercy. And so I encourage you to think about what gets you in the state of flow as a way to get out of that heightened state of pain. All right. What are you doing? What gets you into a state of flow? Sound off. Let me know some of your answers in the comments below. And as ever, I am thinking about you. I hope that you are finding ways to manage the pain in your life. And until we're together again, be well.